Hi everyone, welcome to an episode of Audi Outdoors. Today I want to introduce a new action camera I'm going to be running on my Velomobiles, and that is the Insta360 X4 8K 360 action camera. Now, one of the reasons why I choose this camera over the other cameras that do the same resolution on the market is the price point. So the price point of the basic bundle for the Insta360 X4 is $499 US. Now, I did get the next step up, which is the Ready Set bundle, which is $531 US. So let's talk about how this thing is packaged. So this thing was packaged and shipped, thrown into a box. Everything which is in this box, loosely, no packaging stuff around it, that's how it was shipped. Now, I didn't notice anything damaged so far, so I think this packaging method works. Let's talk about what comes with the basic package of the Insta360 X4. So you get this soft case. Inside the soft case you have two pockets for your clear lens guards, and then you have this bigger pocket to put probably the lens cleaning wipe or cloth. You get this thermo grip here, and the reason why they give you this thermo grip is because they expect the X4 to get so hot when recording in 8K that it'll actually burn your hand. So they give you this thing so it doesn't burn your hand. The X4 also comes with this USB-C to USB charging cable, nothing different than anything else you have. It comes with Insta360 lens wipe so you can clean off the lens. You're also supposed to get two clear lens guards. They come in a separate box outside of the 360 X4 box, and I've lost them already. I have no idea what happened to them. I don't think they even left my room, but they're gone. So what do you get with the Ready Set bundle? So you get this Insta360 selfie stick, and you get this rubber lens cap. So this thing will telescope up to about 5 to 6 feet tall, and you have about 5 seconds here that can extend. You can screw this into basically any Insta360 mount or regular camera mount. Same as on top. So in theory you can connect two of these together if you want an even taller shot. This thing just slips over the top of this action camera. If I can do this with one hand. It just kind of slips over the top, straight down, just like that. And that protects your lenses. So I'm not really concerned that I lost my lens guards because I don't run them anyway on any of my 360 action cameras based off my experience of the GoPro Hero Max. And basically what happens if you run those lens guards is you get this flare or green flare across the screen, across your shot. So let's talk about a couple of the extra accessories I got with this. So with this, I also got two extra batteries. So one thing to note that when you buy extra batteries for the Insta360, they come with these cases. These cases are pretty nice because they have a built-in micro SD card holder in the case. So that's good to have, keep everything in one place. I also got a fast charge hub, which you can see over here. So basically, this has 3 different charge modes. When it's charging below 90%, these are flashing yellow. When it's above 90%, it turns solid green like that. And that's how you know it's done charging, when they turn solid green. Now on the GoPro, so this is just solid yellow or solid green. There's no in between. This does 2 batteries. The fast charger hub also comes with USB-C to USB-C cord. I just use my phone charger here. So kind of put this side by side here. See, it's a little bit taller, a little bit wider than the GoPro. The GoPro is taller. The Insta360 charger is wider. Again, these batteries are sticking out on the Insta360 charger. The batteries for the GoPro are nicely inside here, which makes it good for if you're just carrying this charger with you and charging them on a power bank, rattling around inside your Velomobile. So let's talk about the difference in battery sizes. So we'll just grab one of these Insta360 batteries and grab a GoPro Hero Max battery. Quite a massive difference between those two batteries. The weight is pretty massive for this X4 battery as well, versus the GoPro Hero Max. So let's kind of compare the GoPro Hero Max. So this thing does 5.7K, 30 frames per second. This thing will do, the Insta360 X4 will do 8K 30 frames per second. 8K comes in handy when you're trying to read people's license plates, trying to get more detail, when you have to zoom in on the background. Makes it a lot easier to get after the fact. Now, weight-wise, the X4 and the Hero Max, I'd say the X4 weighs slightly more than the GoPro Hero Max, but that slight weight increase is drastically different when you compare it with the batteries installed. The battery is so much heavier than the GoPro Hero Max battery. This Insta360 X4 is also a lot taller than the GoPro. So let's take a look inside the battery compartment of the X4. So here, that's where you put your SD card in at. You look down in there, you also have a little spring plunger in there, and that actually pushes the battery out of the X4. This right here is a door just for the charger. So let's go ahead and open that. So that's just a USB-C port with a little rubber piece around it. So in my opinion, you may not even have to waterproof this to run an external power source if you wanted to. Just put like a little rubber gasket there over the plug. So one thing to kind of show you how this battery goes in and out. So this is the X4 battery. On the back, it has indicators on both sides saying up. Up. Up is the direction of the lenses. So you're going to go ahead and install it just like this. And then you'll notice when you push in on this battery, it'll have red indicators like that on both sides. And that is so if you snap one side in, don't snap the other side in, the other side's still red until you push it in all the way. And that's how you know it's fully secured in there. Go ahead and release one side, and then you release the other side, and it pops out. I like this better than the GoPro's solution because the issue I've had with GoPro is these little tabs on the back can actually pull off the back plastic piece on this battery, and then your battery's stuck in there and you basically have to slam your GoPro into something to get the battery to come out. Another thing I don't like about the GoPro versus the Insta360 X4's battery is this battery door. So on the GoPro, the charger, the delicate electronics, the SD card, all go in here, and the door is the seal. So what could happen is you go like this, see how it's not closed all the way, push it up, and you push up on the red indicator. That means it's closed, right? Nope, that's not closed. So in my opinion, you can very easily not close this battery door all the way. So let's kind of compare the GoPro and the Insta360 lenses. So in my opinion, these are the exact same lenses. So I'm just going to take the lens cap from the GoPro and put it on the Insta360. It doesn't wiggle side to side or up and down, but it also doesn't clip on there. And the reason for that is the GoPro lens has a lip around it for this rubber thing to snap onto. The Insta360 does not. Otherwise, it's the exact same size for both of them. Let's talk about microphones. So, starting out on the front, Insta360 has 2 microphones on the front. GoPro has 1. Side, 1 microphone, 1 microphone. Back, 1 microphone, 1 microphone. This side, 1 microphone, no microphone on the GoPro. And I think this might actually be a speaker here, so you can hear it when you play back audio and stuff like that on the camera. So that's kind of one of the things I wanted to bring up between those two. This thing also seems to have some sort of cooling vents here for airflow to cool it down a little better. So that's kind of good there. So let's talk about another thing. Can you use the Insta360 with a GoPro mount? So I've kind of already gone ahead and put this together, but what I did was I got the flexible adhesive mount kit accessory for the Insta360. And let's just talk about these mounts. They're a little bit flexible, but they're very stiff. And they basically just peel off the backing and put them on, but they come with these little finger things. So I'll go ahead and install it on the GoPro mount, and that's how it mounts on there. It works. And you can see that the GoPro mount. And basically, one thing to bring up about the Insta360 is, if you want to change angles, just change angles. And then it has this locking nut here. You just basically turn to lock it into whatever angle it's pointed at. You don't need any sort of 90-degree adapters for this if you're going to mount it sideways, front, back, like that. You just turn the camera in the direction you want it to face. And that's just kind of something that you can do here. So what I'm going to be running is going to be a 512 gigabyte SD card from Samsung Pro. And it looks like we have a charging malfunction. And one of the batteries, go ahead, pull that out, plug it back in, see if there's any malfunction now. So flashing red means charging malfunction. Now it's flashing green means it's 90+%. So the current way I carry around my GoPro batteries is in this baby food Gerber container. And this I've been using for a couple years and they rattle around. But now, one thing to note about this thing, reason why it's safer to run in this thing, is because when I take the lens covers off the GoPro when I'm running it, so you don't actually need to run these lens covers, and I put them in here with the batteries, it actually removes all the side-to-side play and keeps them in place so they don't actually rattle around. But the container itself rattles around. You can see all the beating this container has taken over the years. Now you can run this selfie stick on the Insta360 mount, so you can actually put your Insta360 up higher and get better shots on your Velomobile or riding. Now obviously I wouldn't run it at full mast because the wind would probably be blowing around a little bit, especially if you're going to be running it this way. You can probably run it this way, sideways, and be a little bit more aerodynamic than the GoPro, but I have to see how the stitching is on the Insta360 X4. But I guess we'll see how this compares to the GoPro Hero Max when I set it up on there, see if this has any overheating issues. Today's kind of a cloudy day, cloudy cool day, so not a good day to test for overheating. So I'll have to test it when it's hot out. Probably next month is when it's going to get hot out again. But as for today, that's all I can say right now for the Insta360 X4. I have more accessories coming in 3 to 4 days. That'll include a mic adapter, utility frame, which will also let me mount it sideways like this. So I'll be able to mount it sideways on this like that if I want to, and it'll allow me to put cold shoe microphones on here and stuff like that. But that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.